recording studio. They got all kinds of stuff there. And they're running an event called Dojo. It's the second one. It's going to be a mainly grime night, and you've got names there like Pot of Paper, who kind of came up a few years ago, had a big thing on SBTV, Grime Daily, that kind of stuff. You've got Etz, and you've got another young artist, Young Yizzy, 16 from Lewisham. The guy's actually mad. He's got crazy flow, and lots of the MCs that are going to be there are going to be shelling down like big time. And then you've got like a few hours of DJs at the end, and I'm going to be performing with, as I say, with Womba. We've got an hour long set. It's going to be grime, garage, UK bass, UK funky, just generally, big time party vibes. And I'm going to be mic controlling on that. Done.
And like, do you feel more alive in the studio or when you're performing? What do you reckon? Like?
I mean, when you're live, as a performer, as any performer would know in any way, you can feed off the crowd like so much. They do a lot of work for you, and it takes a little bit off your shoulders as well, because when you're doing well. But when you're in the studio, obviously you're feeling your stuff.
Have you ever had them ones where it's just been a dead reaction, like?
Obviously, like, because we're coming up still.
Let them know, man, so that one day we can look back at this video and be like, I really had them.
We're coming up now still, and we're playing like room 2s and stuff like that, because we're trying to get our name out there, get a good impression with promoters, so we can get booked again, that kind of thing. And you'll have nights where you've got a big, like, we were at Brixton Jam about a month and a half ago. Electric Brixton, and they had it was the Garage Juice event there, and so we were in room 2, and Romeo and Jess Mafia were in room 1, like literally So Solid crew. So like, let's be real, like, who's popping off in room 2? Not many people when you've got heads like that. When you've got heads like that next door, So, but those are the things that you got to go through, and you still got to give it your all, whether the crowd is like there or not, basically, because it's all experience, it's all practice, and I love being up on the mic anyway. So I mean, it's all good for me.
That's the thing. I imagine it's quite exciting because you're keeping quite busy at the moment, and for people I've spoken to, people I've seen out there who's at the same level as you at the moment, they ain't doing as much as you're doing in terms of live shows, still putting music out there, being versatile in terms of what type of artistry you put out there. So I think, in terms of what you're doing, it's great. But how do you keep on top of all of that? Because there's quite a lot there, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm grateful for the amount of bits that I've been able to do, and obviously I've got to say big up Womba, because he's big on the PR thing. Like, he's getting emails, he's meeting people, he's getting stuff sorted out for us. And obviously I'm turning up and doing my best, I'm trying to get people to come back and recognize, that like actually, like, we mean business, innit, when it comes down to it. But it's less keeping on top of it. It's more just like when you're loving it and the passion is there, it's not like work, it's not like a chore. It's like I'm excited, I'm ready for every single kind of bit that we get, so it's just, if anything, like, I want more. I'd do it every day of the week if I could, so and maybe that's what we're going towards, so
is that's what I was about to say, is that the end dream for 100% 24/7 music, or is that the dream? That's what I'm gonna
I mean, like, if I could live my life how I wanted to and make my music and have people enjoy that, like, with me, and not have people stressing me like, oh, why aren't you working at the post office, kind of thing, what I'm saying?
Man.
Then I would be content with that, like, definitely. So I mean, I'd love to do music full time, but it's a long road. I think everybody knows that. So but
to be fair, you've been walking the road, and you've been putting in the work, and you've been studying the game. It's not like, I want people to know, like, this isn't just an everyday guy coming into our radio station, this is someone that knows about music, cares about his own craft, and I'm sure if you guys have listened to before, and if you haven't, we'll definitely put you on. You will get that idea very, very straight off the bat,
So for people, quickly, just for people who want to check you out now, as we are talking about your profile and yourself, how do they find you? Let them know.
All right, well, for the UK hip hop stuff, me and Jack we've got the Elysium People on SoundCloud. It's going to be the Elysium People, and you'll find a cut of one of the first new releases there, including another single that's coming out just later on, like at the beginning of next month. and then we'll be putting out the album between the two of us, probably like solo released, like off our own backs into the new year. And we might even be doing some exclusive like hard copies, that kind of thing. So if you want to peek that early, 10 years time, you know,
done that. I still got my original.
Maybe, you know, that kind of thing.
I still got my original hard copy at home. I'm keeping
and
that,
then there's the UK Mama SoundCloud, which is like where Herbivore the Medic's at, which is like one of our main producers, if not the main producer.
Out to Herbivore.
And they're doing bits at the moment, lots of really nice, like because you know that bass kind of influence is coming back into hip hop and stuff like that. You can find all that there. And then my SoundCloud is just Osiris MC. I've got the Effect FM sets up there that we've been doing some live stuff, and there's a mini EP coming out between me and Womba, which is going to be like a big collective of like grime, garage, maybe even some drum and bass in there for the tempo, you know what I'm saying?
Alright.
That
So
kind of thing as well.
How do you cope with because there's certain people that think they can only do one genre, and I personally I don't believe that's so. And obviously you are versatile yourself, so how do you become so versatile, and is it easy to do, or is it something that's just unique to you, or is that something many people can?
I think that a lot of MCs out there have the potential to do like more than one genre, but I think out of preference, like people would rather, whether it's just about passion, like what they like the most, but I think people maybe concentrate on trying to like make it in the game too much, that they feel they have to concentrate their efforts on just one thing. And it's just like, well, if I put all my time into just one genre, I'm more likely to get somewhere with that than if I spread myself out across different things. But I think the way that music's going at the moment, like kind of like what I think is like the kind of SoundCloud era, where like small time like producers, rappers and stuff are actually like quite big now. Like, you know, you're getting bookings and every artist has like quite a niche little crowd, you know. But if you're gonna draw a few hundred people still like to each show, like that's gonna grow and grow from there.
And when you see the same people coming,
exactly, and they're gonna rate like what content you put out kind of regardless. So
core fan base,
I think,
right there.
and you know, the way I look at it is like, if you feel like you can do it, if you want to have a crack at like a trap tune or a drum and bass tune, like even if you're a Grime MC, then why not? Like it's not, you know, it's not a waste of time. Like what if it bangs? It's the next big thing. Like there's no harm in trying. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me, and there's things that are banging nowadays that probably shouldn't be banging.
Yeah, well that's say no more.
You say no more.
Say no more.
All right. I think.